I think we started.
Oh, hi.
We're just chatting.
Okay.
We're hanging out
Just chatting.
at a very busy, live
Get my coffee.
Branch Street coffee house today. Very lively, right?
Drink local.
We're not going to kind of... Genna with a J.
With a G.
Genna with a G, which is why it throws me off.
Yeah.
I'm a name hack, and I'm sorry. But my name is Dennis Schiraldi. I'm the founder of DOYO Live Marketing Interactive Design Conference, and this is the DOYO Live Marketing Show.
Hi.
What up, everybody? Coming to you on a Thursday. In observance of Good Friday tomorrow, we're going to be off. Hopefully you are as well. Genna and I were going to get together tomorrow, but then when we both reminded ourselves of the...
That we were raised Catholic.
And by the way, just as a side note, when I sent that message too, I figured you probably thought, oh, we're some really like staunch practicing Catholics, because we've got like 4 kids. They go to Catholic school. I'm taking off, right? But that whole kid thing was, somewhat not by design.
It happens. It's nature. But yeah, I have an event tonight, and a lot of people haven't responded. We do an event called Warren Now. So we're having it at the new brewery.
Modern Methods.
Yeah, it's finally into fruition. It's like 2 steps from my apartment, which is really nice. But we do these every month that has a 5 Thursdays or something like that, or last Thursday. We just do like a convening to talk about positive stuff in Warren.
You know Becky Bertuzzi?
I know Becky.
Becky's on my advisory board, marketing director over at VEC.
I was going to say,
and she's a proud Trumble County, Warren, Ohio.
I got to meet you. I think I know.
Why do they call it Dub City?
Warren, W. There's a Dub City IPA.
I'm like a complete idiot.
No,
I never put 2 and 2 together.
I didn't get it either. But then I was like, okay, I got this.
The part, Genna, that we should have had on, well, some of the selective conversation is the conversation that we were having off the camera. But why don't we build some context around this and tell our people, our audience, about yourself. Let's start there.
Just kidding. First I have to start with, I met Dennis when he was doing the Friends of Friends campaign at Friends Coffee Shop, which was like my favorite place to go when I first moved back.
3 years ago.
Yeah. Oh gosh, it's been a long time.
You were in Cleveland.
I was in Cleveland. I came back 2 years ago. I have an interesting background, which maybe on paper doesn't look so interesting, but it's really interesting. So I worked in community and economic development and real estate development from kind of like the marketing promotion side. But I learned a lot about the actual, finance and how things work side through that as well. But I came back at the beginning of 2016. And I love it here. I still get to do kind of promotions and marketing because now I write this big strategy and I'm trying to get people to understand it. But also I work with entrepreneurs in a kind of collective capacity with a bunch of other people that provide services called Mahoning Valley for Entrepreneurs that we're building kind of from the ground to make sure nobody gets like lost in the loop or lost in the shuffle of getting information about how to start or scale up a business.
You got this broad lens, right? You left Youngstown, you left Warren.
Well, I grew up in Poland.
In Poland. Why'd you move to Cleveland?
I moved to Cleveland. I went to Ohio State and then I moved to Cleveland for graduate school, and then I just grew up there. I loved it. Still love it.
Where'd you live?
I lived on the near west side, so I lived in all the places that nobody can afford now before they were cool. Tremont, Gordon Square, Detroit Shoreway.
Are you Lolita, original?
So I watched Michael Simon on Iron Chef at Lola in Tremont with the Sawyers and the Simons. I'm good friends with a lot of the restaurant people up there. So
I was in that neighborhood back in 2001 before I moved to New York City. So, and I lived Little Italy and also Lakewood as well.
Yep. I lived in the Littler Italy by Mount Carmel on the west side, right across from the lake. That's what we call it. That was my favorite. That procession of the saints, that was a big to do. And 4th of July, these people let it rip. I miss my neighborhood.
Those are cool things. And we lived and we crossed paths. We didn't cross paths, but we lived in Victorian Village down in Columbus for 7 years, and absolutely one of my favorite neighborhoods anywhere I've ever lived, even including New York.
Neighborhood's important. That's the thing. Like, I am falling in love with my neighborhood in downtown Warren.
Yep.
I think that we think that, you know, we move out of the city. Like, my parents are always like, what are you doing? We worked really hard to move into Poland. And now you want to live in, like, all these places where it's like a city? What is wrong with you?
I spent 15 years living in urban environments, and I actually feel more comfortable. I feel safer. We live in Poland now, on the Poland Woods.
Oh, nice!
And it is beautiful, and we're able to walk into the city center.
Yeah.
So we kept that, right? But there are times at night that, you know, it's dark out, and
quiet.
and so you have to get the sheets over your head to protect yourself. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about the state of entrepreneurialism in the area, because that's what, you know, that brought you back. That's your passion. What's your view of the world when it comes to entrepreneurialism in, you know, I'll say the Youngstown region. You know,
Sure.
we don't want to get caught up too much in the sibling cities, but the Youngstown region.
So I guess my first taste of this when I came back was, and I have to give a shout to this amazing woman who is actually leaving her post, but I think she's going to live on with East Center at Linden Point, actually in Hermitage, because Western Pennsylvania is part of our little area here.
Yep.
So my first taste of all of this, how it happens here, happened when I went to my first startup weekend at the East Center.
Yep.
And when I became oriented with the East Center, their Entrepreneurship Academy, all of this stuff, that was awesome. I actually had an opportunity to kind of to work out there, but chose to kind of stay back here. But Kataki Desai is an amazing woman out of Pittsburgh. She and her team, Lisa Evans, that runs the Entrepreneurship Academy for high school students, they get it. And I just wanted to kind of come over the border, because we have a lot of other people who get it here, but we're all getting it in like these different kind of simultaneously alternating circles. So I think one of our goals out of our strategy is to close the gaps, right? To listen to the entrepreneurs, listen to the business owners, to educate kids about what this means, to educate existing companies that, you know, don't think that entrepreneurship is just about, you know, owning a business. To understand that it's finding a problem, solving it creatively, and hopefully, you know, making more money as a result of it.
Make a living.
Yeah,
Ryan Gracia, college friend of mine. What's up, buddy? He's probably teaching kids how to play basketball right now.
Hey, basketball.
I'll teach you how to play basketball.
I was a walk-on for basketball. I actually used to be an athlete, believe it or not. But they walked me on because I was so tall, and I was like, nah, I don't like this. I don't like running.
I was a walk-on too.
Well,
Walsh.
You were also, a college basketball star.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Star.
Hey.
Beth Hawks, thanks for dropping by as well. So that is an interesting facet. I think that there is a lot of bits and bytes and pieces of resources that are out there, kind of, you know, collectively fractured to a certain extent as to where do you go. I know that when I started my business, one of the more difficult things was just getting the paperwork right. That was like a daunting task to say, like, I was so scared about the accounting and the LLC portion of it.
And your insurance and all of that stuff that, like, people think it's just like this glamorous thing. Like, I want to start a business and I'll make tons of money and all I have to do is sell my stuff or get on Instagram. Like, it's hard.
It is hard. You know, like, people don't recognize, like I was telling you, that I've got to take some time off in April to be with family. And I don't go to my boss and say I need 2 weeks vacation time.
But also, what else did you say? I've been busting my butt for, well, forever, but like especially the past 2 months so that I could do this. So it's letting people know that it's work, but it's good work. And if you want to forge something for yourself, you can. And we're trying to create like an ecosystem, I guess, or strengthen the ecosystem where people feel like they can have an idea and they feel like they can try to make it into a business. And we can tell them maybe it's not marketable and they can start again. So it's like, it's just creating that place for ideas.
So how does somebody find you to get engaged with you to start having conversations and the resources that you provide?
Sure. So I work for a planning organization called Eastgate. It's actually called Eastgate Regional Council of Governments, but we're a council of governments. We're a bunch of other things. Planning organization. So I like to call it Eastgate. Maybe calling this guy for a rebrand pretty soon. You can go to eastgatecog.org /MVE for Mahoning Valley is for Entrepreneurs. that's our whole thing that we've kind of put together. I encourage you guys to go on there, check it out, let me know what you think. My contact information is right there. You can just click on it and shoot me an email. But go through, if you're either an existing business owner or an idea stage business owner, go through, play with it, send me an email, let me know what you think. If you even just want to like talk about your experience as an entrepreneur here, my email is right there. Find me through Facebook, Instagram, anywhere.
We're going to put Genna with a G.
With a G.
In our show notes, and we're also going to make sure that we syndicate it out through our email list as well.
Oh, thanks, Dennis.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to have you back on. You and I got sidetracked in our off-air conversation, and I have a meeting at noon that I've got to jump on. But that said, I think it's a wonderful resource. You know, for 5 years now, I've had my own business, and there's commonalities and there's struggles that I come across with. We're at Branch Street Coffee right now, and I know Matt very well. And
Matt's over there doing his roasting.
He's doing his thing. But when we talk, we all run into the same. You gonna make a cameo appearance?
Yeah, come on in.
Make a cameo?
Are you guys alive?
Say hi.
What's going on, everybody?
Thanks for our second home.
Oh, yeah,
it feels good to be back home.
Thanks for this extra shot.
Sooner or later, we're going to be like from the Branch Street Coffee Studios, the DOYO Live Marketing show.
We got plenty of room for you. Wait to the downtown.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
We'll have to get your own office.
When we come into Stark County, anytime, man, I got to make a return visit. That's my old stomping
Stark
grounds.
County rules. They are doing some really cool stuff in Stark
Can we
County.
do Canton?
We'll talk about
it.
Can
we do
Duac?
Duac? Do Canac?
Do Canac?
Do Canac. Maybe. But you know what? The Canac thing always
or
goes...
Or can do.
I could tell you that when you talk about rival cities, like those two cities, like they always get blended together, but like I don't... Distinctively different after spending a decade of my life in Stark County and a few years in Summit. We do something on the DOYO Live Marketing show. It's called Rapid Fire Questions with all of our guests. Are you ready, Genna?
I wish you would have told me this before, but yes, I'm always ready.
All right.
Stretch it.
We'll start easy.
Okay.
What's on your physical desk in your office?
What's on my physical desk in my office? I have this mood calendar that says, I keep it on rockin' because it's like, what's your mood today? Sometimes I'm like, whatever. Pictures of my niece.
You remember the mood ring? You got a mood ring?
Yeah. I just found a picture for my TBT the other day that was me at homecoming with a mood ring on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second question. You got your smartphone? You're an Apple user. What's on your home screen?
My lock screen or my home screen?
Both.
My lock screen is the cutest baby in the whole world. My niece.
Nice.
Hi, Demi, the cutest. And then my home screen is leopard print because it's my favorite color.
Right on.
It's a neutral, in case you were wondering.
You're a DJ?
Yes.
Hey, Mr. DJ. Do you have to go
I'm
like
more
this?
Like a party.
Do you have to go like this when you DJ?
You don't have
I think
to,
you do.
But you have to listen. You don't have to do this so much as you have to listen and know when to cue things up.
I would go like this.
Well, you should. We should get you as a guest DJ spot.
No, you don't.
I'm doing that. Write that down.
What's the song that gets people going?
So depending on the event.
What's the go-to?
Depending on the event. I was just at a wedding this weekend and I was like, I know the first song they're going to play. And this goes out to my friend Ryan Kelly, who always says September by Earth, Wind & Fire gets people on the floor.
They do.
Okay, so that's a great one. But I mean, my main event is an 8-hour day of music outside.
That's a grind.
So, I mean, we... a lot of different things. A lot of different things make people happy. And I think the great thing about playing music for people is being able to read what's happening out there and adjusting your music accordingly. So, yeah. I think I play a lot of, like, funk and soul and disco and, like, 70s stuff that makes you move. But I also like a lot of that, like, electronic poppy dance music because, again, I got 8 hours. I got to keep vendors and people pumped.
We're going to throw you in for a set of DOYO this year?
Hey.
We had DJ play last year throughout the entire event, year one.
Yeah.
We had somebody make an appearance, and that's a prevalent theme because marketing so many times is like, let's do the next case study, and nobody remembers that, but everybody remembers that song that went along with the commercial.
Right.
So we've got music as the interactive portion, so consider it.
This guy can say, hey, will you run around downtown Youngstown with a bag over your head? And I'd be like, sure. yo-yo on
Stop
it, I would
Stop
do it.
All right. Best neighborhood in Cleveland?
Best neighborhood in Cleveland. I gotta go with my old stomping grounds in Detroit Shoreway. That was my favorite. That when I lived behind the market. That was awesome.
Okay.
Now everything's doubled in cost, so I can't live there. But my dream neighborhood is North Collinwood.
Yeah.
Write that down. I got to be by that lake someday. I don't know. I'm kind of in love with downtown Warren now.
That's good too. It is a great little downtown.
Yeah.
I really like it. All right, most controversial question that you're probably going to get all week. Best pizza in the Youngstown region.
Oh man.
Putting you on the spot.
I got to give a shout to Sunrise because they're my neighbor, but I'm a Wedgwood girl. I like that doughy Midwestern pizza. Sorry, I can't. It feels like homemade. People like Brothers. They like the New York style.
Okay.
Folded up. I like a big honkin' cheese. I'm a pizza person. Like I know.
Well, we live in the pizza's religion here.
But yeah.
Talk to me about the last good book that you read, business or just entertainment wise.
The last good book that I read it's a little one by Patti Smith. I forget what the title actually is. It's been a long time.
Patti Smith.
Yeah, Patti Smith wrote like a story about just being creative, like a collection of essays, and then I read her Just Kids. I love her. I love Patti Smith.
That's cool.
And then I read like 13 books at a time. I'm also reading a book by I forget his first name, Jonathan Sachs, about the new economy. So like how to make things more equitable and fair. So yeah.
I think I watched that documentary.
Possibly.
So there's a documentary on Netflix about 98 something Park Avenue where like 5% of all the world's wealth is literally in a 5-block area of like the Upper East Side of Manhattan. Phenomenal Netflix.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. Yeah.
And then my last question is, last good piece of business advice that you either give or you get.
I think it's be authentic. You know, I know that can go as business advice or as any kind of personal, professional development advice, and it's something that I try to follow every single day. Be genuine, be authentic, you gotta do the work. So,
Genna, thank you for dropping by.
Thanks for having me.
We are going to have you back on the DOYO Live Marketing Show. Once we get through April, we'll get you back in May.
Thanks for having me.
Our keynote speaker, Alan Gannett from Track Maven, has written a book on the creative thought process, interviewing hundreds of CEOs, entrepreneurs, and business people. He'll be a keynote at DOYO Live. Our tickets are on sale right now for $150. That price expires. I don't know if it goes up on May 1st or expires on April 30th. We've talked about this, but at $11.59 on April 30th, those tickets are going up to $225. So grab that ticket. Use the promo code DOYO 2018. You'll save $10 on tickets. You'll join 500 of your closest friends in marketing and business. Come get access to some really awesome content, networking.
Do it.
Everybody have a great Easter weekend, by the way.
Happy Easter.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you.